Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. Good evening. How are you? I think you are well. We are facing problem, but we will not stop our study. Today we will start from chapter 4. Today we will discuss in front of you about akhlaq. We will start chapter 4, which is related to akhlaq. I think you know there are two types of akhlaq. Akhlaq, it is Arabic word which means character. It is divided into two parts. One is akhlaq hamida and another is akhlaq jamima. We have done akhlaq hamida earlier. Today we will discuss about akhlaq jamima. Do you have any idea about akhlaq jamima? Akhlaq jamima, which means dishonest conduct, bad character or condemnable deeds. It is not accepted in the society. We can give some example of akhlaq jamima like telling lie, fraud, ghibat, jealousy and malice and envy are the akhlaq jamima. Is it clear? Again I am telling akhlaq jamima, which means bad character, bad habit, dishonest conduct and condemnable deeds, not accepted in the society, not liked by the people. Example of akhlaq jamima: telling lie, jealousy, fraud, malice and envy, ghibat, etc. So as a human beings, we will try to avoid the akhlaq jamima. I will discuss here some demerits of akhlaq jamima. Number 1, akhlaq jamima. I have written here, you can see the board. Some demerits of akhlaq jamima. It brings disorder in the community life. Number 2, a bad character person are inferior to animals. Social cohesions are disrupted. At the beginning we have done akhlaq jamima. Now we will start fraud. It is also related to akhlaq jamima. Lesson 17. At first try to understand what is fraud. Fraud means to deceive with the peoples or deprive or false or cheat with the people. There is a hadith about fraud. Prophet ﷺ said, "Man ghasha falaysa minna." The person who makes cheat with others is not amongst us. I think it is clear to you. What is fraud? There are some examples I have written here. You can see the word. At first I have written here, to give less in weight, it is one of the fraud. Number 2, to exchange fake currency, it is also fake currency notes, it is also fraud. Concealing defects of the products, it is also fraud. Mixing inferior things with goods, it is also fraud. To give inferior articles by showing better samples, it is also fraud. You will go to the market in our country, people generally show the good one, but they hide the bad quality of the goods. It is haram in Islam. You know, there is a hadith, Prophet ﷺ said, a trustworthy businessman and truthful businessman will enter into Shaheed in the day of judgment. Why? Business, it is very tough job. Number 3, I am telling about the fraud. And number 4, mixing inferior things with good ones, it is also fraud. To give inferior articles by showing better samples, it is also good. Adulteration, it is also fraud. Applying chemical in fish and foods, it is also fraud. Adopting unfair means in the exam hall, it is also fraud. Provide wrong and false information to the people, it is also fraud. To misguide a confused traveler, it is also fraud. So as a human beings, we shouldn't do it. This is the fraud, it is the sign of munafiq, not the sign of mu'min. Nobody trusts you. If you make fraud every day, if you make false with the people every day, people do not love you and people do not trust you. So I will request you, don't do such type of job. Okay, now we will write here some demerits of fraud. Demerits of fraud. Is an extremely unlawful act. Islam. Number 3, it brings now we'll discuss here some demerits of frauds. At the beginning we discuss what is fraud. And you know one thing, fraud is an extremely unlawful act. See the word everybody. Number 2, it is haram in Islam. Because Prophet ﷺ said, Man gasha falaysa minna. Prophet ﷺ said, Man gasha falaysa minna. The person who cheats, he is not amongst us. And in another hadith, Prophet ﷺ said, he who takes up arms against me is not my followers, and who sits with the people, he is not my followers. The hadith has been taken Muslim. Number 3, it brings 2 sins, lying and breach of trust. Nobody trusts a fraud in the society. Number 4, he is not a true mu'min. He is not a true mu'min. Number 4, it is a great offense. Number 3, fraud is an antisocial crime. Number 4, it destroys mutual condition and faith. Nobody trusts a fraud or nobody trusts a munafiq. It is a sign of munafiq also. Number 4, it fosters enmity in the society. He is hated to Allah as in the society. The angel always curses him. So, Prophet ﷺ said, the person who sells defective goods without informing a buyer, he is the enemy of Muslim. Ibn Majah. Here I have discussed about some demerits of fraud. I will request you as a Muslim, as a human beings, try to follow it. Otherwise you will get severe punishment in the day of judgment. Clear? Again I am telling demerits of fraud. Fraud is an extremely unlawful act. It is haram in Islam. Allah said in the Holy Quran, do not confound truth with false. وَلَا تَلْبِسُوا الْحَقَّ بِالْبَاطِلِ. It is said, Surah Baqarah, Ayat 42. Allah said, don't mix truth with false. So, as a Muslim, we shouldn't do it. Number 3, fraud brings 2 sins, lying and breach of trust. Number 4, he is not a true mu'min. Fraud, it is the sign of munafiq. It is not the sign of mu'min. Understand? So, I advise you, don't make fraud with the people. Number 5, it is a great offense, great sin. Allah will never forgive. it. Number 6, fraud is an antisocial crime. Number 7, it destroys mutual condition and faith. Nobody likes you and nobody trusts you. It fosters enmity in the society. It creates enmity in the society. Nobody likes it. Now, number 10, he is hated by Allah and in the society also. The angel always guards him. So, I advise you, don't make fault with others. And you know one thing, Prophet ﷺ said, a fraudulent person is hated, ashamed and harassed in the world. He will suffer pain and perdition wait for him in the Akhirat. So, if we do business, I will advise you, we should inform the buyer about the actual condition of the goods, so that people and buyer can trust you. Otherwise, buyer think that you are a liar. Understand? Again I am telling, there is a hadith about fraud. Prophet ﷺ said, Man gasha falaysa minna. And Allah said, Wala talbisul haqqa bil batili wa taqtumul haqq. Wala talbisul haqqa bil batili. Don't mix truth with false. So, our homework is you will learn the demerits of fraud and try to learn what is fraud and what is akhlaq-e-jamima. There are 2 questions here. I will give you 2 questions. One is demerits of akhlaq-e-jamima, another is demerits of fraud. Now we will start another lesson. It is called ghibah. My dear student, now we will start ghibah. Chapter 4, lesson 18, ghibah. At first try to understand what is the meaning of ghibah. Little meaning of ghibah: slander, false rumor or backbiting. Prophet ﷺ said, there is a hadith. Prophet ﷺ asked by companion, O Prophet, what is ghibah? Ma ma'anal ghibah? Prophet ﷺ replied, Zikru akhaka bima yakra. When Prophet ﷺ asked by the companion, O Prophet, what is ghibah? Prophet ﷺ answered, you criticize your friend or you criticize someone. When he come to know, he get hurt. It is called ghibah. That means you remember your friend. When he hurt it, he get pain. He get pain. It is called ghibah. Little meaning of ghibah is backbiting. Such a foul talk about another person in his absence, which he comes to know about it, he get pain. This is called ghibah. So, I think it is clear you. Again I am telling, what is ghibah? You criticize absence of someone or you backbite absence of someone. If the allegation is true, it is called ghibah. And I have written here slander. So what is slander? Try to understand what is slander. You backbite or you criticize someone. When the person heard it, if the allegation is true, then it is called ghibah. If the allegation is false, it is called slander. Clear the meaning of ghibah and slander? Again I am telling. Ghibah, to say something absence of others. Meaning of ghibah, to say something absence of others. And to criticize others. And to draw a picture, or you can see the board. There are some shape of ghibah. To criticize or to criticize anyone through writing. Body language, to draw a cartoon. Physical defects, family background. Dress up defects, someone habits and traits. It is called gibbat. Okay, so this is our habits, to say something. When we get chance, we start doing gibbat. This is the duty of the human being. I think it is clear to you what is gibbat. Again I am telling, gibbat, meaning of gibbat: slander or false rumor, or to backbite, or to criticize others. Clear? One day a companion asked the Prophet, some companion asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "O Prophets, what is gibbat?" Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, "You criticize about your friends, or you criticize your brother in such a way which, if he comes to know, he will suffer pain." One day the companion of Prophet ﷺ asked him, "O Prophets, what is gibbat?" Then Prophet ﷺ replied, "You criticize your brother in a such way which, if he comes to know, he will suffer pain." It's called gibbat. If the allegation is true, it is called gibbat. If the allegation is false, it is called slander. Is it clear to you? Again I am telling, you criticize your brother. When he gets hurt, he suffers pain. If the allegation is true, it is called gibbat. If the allegation is false, it is called slander. Clear? So there is a question for you. What is the meaning of gibbat and what is the meaning of slander? Here I have written, you can see the word. Here I have written some shape of gibbat. To criticize someone, it is also gibbat. To criticize anyone through writing or body language. To draw a cartoon. You can see in our country generally people draw the cartoon against Islam or against the people or against Islamic people. It is also gibbat. And physical defects, it is also gibbat. Family background, dress up defects, some one of habits and traits. Again I am telling, shape of gibbat, to criticize someone. We make fun and cut jokes about them. To criticize anyone through writing, like body language, to draw a cartoon, physical defects and dress up defects, family background and some habits and traits. It is called gibbat. So as a human beings, we will try to avoid it. Here are some demerits of gibbat. It is haram in Islam. Why it is haram in Islam? Because Allah said in the Holy Quran, Surah Hujurat, ayat nang 12, Allah said, "Wala yaghtab ba'dukum ba'dan." Surah Hujurat, you can see, Allah said, you shall not backbite one another. Number 2, it creates quarrels in the society. Number 3, it destroys social peace. Number 4, it is more serious than rape. The sin of gibbat is very terrible. Why it is more serious than rape? When companion of the Prophet ﷺ asked Prophet, "O Prophet, will Allah not forgive the sin of gibbat?" Then Prophet ﷺ answered, suppose you backbite against someone. So if the persons or if the victims do not forgive you, Allah will not forgive you. It is not the Allah's right. Actually it is the human rights. Okay? So I will request you, don't do gibbat. Understand? As a Muslim, we will avoid gibbat. So there is a homework for you. you will learn demerits of ghibat and the shape of ghibat. Thank you.